You know, the best nights, and especially in Delacha, it gets real crazy in there.
Break things out too.
Big rocks, like disembodied voice. I've recorded disembodied voices in the tunnels, all sorts of shit in there.
Okay.
Absolutely crazy. Nearly got my head taken off by a rock in there one night. I was about to put a recorder in and this big rock just come through the tunnel and just cracked next to my head. I've got audio of that. Oh. But in that place, Ron, just before COVID, would do wood knocks and we'll always get replies.
Yeah.
These guys don't wood knock. But that could be because we're past all that. Like, with the interaction, they don't bother. I don't know. Yeah, because I don't need to. It's like, oh, you know, why send the fax when I can just call you, you know? Another thing they like doing, we haven't seen it yet, say you walk under this bush, you'll be here, next minute you'll see this bush go down, whack, and it'll be waving around, well after you've passed it. Or it'll be a branch right above your head, like really high, and you'll see it pull down as you walk under it. Oh, they just mess with you any way they can.
Sounds like it.
Oh, I can feel that from here. Jesus, better. Oh.
Where is it? Australian still down there, is he? He just went back out somewhere.
Might have been him near the tree we went past. Oh.
Yeah, that fire's good.
Yeah. But the main thing we learn is always be careful what you say around them. They understand everything you say. So if you talk about them throwing horse shit, you'll get horse shit thrown at you, you know?
So how do you suppose that they get that?
What, to understand what we say?
No, they acquire horse shit.
Oh, they just find it. When I first asked them for a white rock, there was no white rocks around. I was getting grey and they just kept throwing them until they got a white rock. Every time, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, but horse shit is because we go on a lot of horse shit.
Yeah, well, horse trails, there's horse shit around there. Yeah, suppose. They find the mushrooms, all right.
The one I sent Gary with the bloody mushroom rolling through out of the bush.
We've had them get really big rocks and they roll them across the path right in front of you or under your feet or behind you. Like big boulders, they'll just roll them. You're walking down the trail and roll them behind you and stuff, playing with you. We've had a couple of people have mental breakdowns come out and seen it, and they had mental breakdowns afterwards. Yeah, it's even when it happened to us, it took us a while to get our head around it. Like, how the fuck, and we just accept it and we don't understand it. So that's it. It happens. It's yeah, but some people just can't even get there.
Well, at least two of you have seen the rocks anyway.
Well, yeah, I had that rock experience, but like I felt the thing hit my foot, and then there was a rock behind you. It sounded like a rock, but I want to go get more rocks.
Yeah, like.
But now I'm all rugged up before I start to do this.
Yeah, well, I got that one in the back of the neck while you were standing beside me. What did you say? When was what, sorry?
I'm coming back out a little bit.
Yeah, let you guys go down there.
Yeah, so you guys have it out now? Do you normally just sort of stay till now, or?
Oh, whenever. We go late at night sometimes in some spots walking through the bush or whatever. It's just the other spot down there on the creek, we get pelted shit house down there, but that's about 3 k's away. Got to drive down there. Another spot. And they will throw marbles and whatever gifts you leave them, those guys.
So what was last count? 5 rocks and 2 sticks.
Something about that.
Well, I definitely heard something land. I mean, I can't say that what it was, but
Yeah.
I didn't see it land. But
Oh, yeah, you'll soon know if it's the rocks. I
yeah,
tell you.
I definitely did hear something hit the ground in our
They were
very
standing-
close location.
they were standing there talking about it. It's a good little spot.
But-
isn't it?
At the same time, I couldn't see no heat source up through there.
No, you never will.
That's the
That's the clincher for me.
well.
It's
That's
not,
right. If someone's
I don't think-
really
I
using
said to Dean,
arms
I
to
don't think
throw
we're dealing
something.
with Yowies here.
Possibly not.
But at the other spot, we've been 300 metres away from the creek, had rocks thrown in broad daylight, leaned, and they're covered in moss and mud.
Okay.
Leaned right next to us. Yeah,
Straight
whether they're throwing them from the creek and somehow hit us, all that, I don't know. Or they've grabbed them and brought them. I don't know how they're bloody doing it.
So the other hot spot's only 3 k's up the road.
Right.
And there's a corridor between there and
Yeah. Okay.
But they love you mucking around with them and, you know, stirring them, and they're really playful. Whatever it is, it's really playful.
Yeah, it's the thing is, it is whatever it is because
Yeah.
it doesn't produce any heat.
Yeah. But the thing is, they have a shadow. I've got film of the shadow, the arm going across in the rock. They've got eye
there's-
shine, and they've got smell.
There's a question that there's no doubt that you guys have seen some yowies up here or something, but is that yowies? Is that
We don't know.
that's the thing, right? So
Yeah.
there's yowies here. You guys have experienced that in the day,
Yeah.
but whatever could be throwing the rocks. I have no clue what it could be if it's not yowies, but
They throw them in the day, in broad daylight.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Broad
why
daylight.
I'm thinking it's spiritual.
it could be.
Like,
It's something.
because
It's,
where they're being thrown from, we should see it.
yeah.
And they literally could be like, come up behind you, go like that, and you turn around, there's nothing there. You can feel them. They touch you. They put things on you.
Well, one night last week I was poked fair in the back.
Yeah.
Hard. And I turned right around, nothing behind.
If you're going to throw a rock through here, it's not going to get to where you want it. It's going to hit a tree.
Yeah.
And it's not going to. So.
Having said that, I've got plenty of hitting trees, going crack.
So this is what I'm
ricocheting.
saying, right? So, and if they can throw it through the trees every
Mm.
time, then with that thermal camera, I'm going to be able to see them
Yeah.
through the trees.
See, what gets me is, I've been hit by rocks this big. They hit, come out, you know, they're hooking it out of the bush, they go whack, and they just roll off and don't even hurt. It's like, how do you do that?
It's like they're thrown under it.
They're just
Yeah,
so
like
talented.
lobbing it.
Yeah.
You know, and we've walked out of here, like 20 yards down there, and the guy in front of me had one probably this big, dropped straight out of the sky and hit him fair
Yeah.
on top of the shoulder.
Yeah, they drop out of the trees, drop out of the sky, then come from behind you, just anywhere you can imagine.
Just don't get it here, I really don't.
No, that's quite weird, isn't it?
And then they're in that many locations. We're finding more and more locations where they are.
Yeah.
And they're just,
Or whatever it is that's following us.
oh.
I don't.
No, they've all got different personalities though. Everywhere we go, there's slightly different personality than the last. What was that red light down there?
Yeah, that's right.
Is that someone walking down there? It must be one of the boys. Oh no, it's a car. Is that a car down there?
Red light keeps flashing down there.
We shouldn't be able to see the road from here, surely.
No, well,
Then would have had to walk past it to get down there and duck in.
That's a fair way down there though. Oh no. See, when I done a bit of Googling about the Yowie thing, I found an old reference, and the Aboriginals said there's 2 types of Yowies, physical and spiritual. This seems like column A and column B, this thing. You just don't know what to make of it all.
I've never seen anything like the way they behave here
Yeah.
up the road.
yeah, that's odd, isn't it?
But they're all different to every spot you go. They've all got different personalities. Like some they'll try and drive you out and you got to go through initiations. Other ones will just engage. Others do what you ask.
So, like Buck said, when he came, I was down that way, and Buck came back and he said, "Listen, I was talking to Ron, and something hit him in the back."
Yeah,
Yeah.
they hit me
Landed
fair
on
in the
my
back of
feet.
the
Yeah.
And he said, "So I don't know what it was. That
And then
happened."
another one landed between us.
Yeah, we were talking, we were close because we were looking at photos, we're all like this, and the rock just goes straight through us. Yeah, it was
So-
the weirdest
and
thing.
There's no question. I heard a couple of things land.
Yeah.
Where we were. I didn't see what they were.
No.
But I
unless
definitely
unless
heard
they're
something
growing
landing.
through and
Yeah.
through.
We were.
So it's not like shit's dropping out of the trees everywhere, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
no,
Especially
it's
right,
not.
and I've got videos, you'll see me walk and I'll be hitting the head or land right in my boot right there every time, you know, and stuff like that. It's,
Yeah, as I say, I don't know what it is. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
and we don't know who to ask.
same
Like,
thought process.
if we ask the Aboriginals, they'll go, "Oh, bad stuff, stay away from it," you know, bad spirits, but they won't really tell you. And I've tried to look at even pagan folklore in England or something, because they would have had something similar, but I can't find nothing. You know, they talk about tree spirits and forest spirits and stuff like that. I don't know.
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Wait till they give you a gift. When you really get into them, they start giving you gifts. Oh.
The gifts that you give them, they return them as in.
Yeah,
gold,
glyphs.
don't you?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
They just.
Did you say glyphs or
Yeah,
gifts?
they give me gifts like the glyphs. They fold the grass up and they just put it on you or give it to you. And I don't know if it's because I leave them food or not, or because I talk to them and stir them. I don't know, but what we find is at the other spot they'll do what I say, but they won't do what Caroline says or Laura, because I think they see me as the leader because I'm male. It's something like that going on as well. We don't understand it at all.
Yeah, and like we've gone down to the car on the road, and Caroline and I have seen the bloody lantana in the bush, 30 yards in, shaking the daylights out of it. Next thing, bloody rocks are coming through and hitting the car.
Yeah, when we go later, why don't you just come down here and we'll see we get pelted. You can see it firsthand. They normally pelt us with rocks. Just stand on the road, and they come from every direction, even across the road.
Yeah, well that other night I couldn't understand.
Yeah.
You and I had our backs faced to the other side of the road and got hit there.
Yeah.
And then rocks were coming from the side of the road we were on. Well, it's just...
That's pretty weird.
I don't get it, mate.
No, I don't blame you.
Here comes one of the guys. I threw lucky. Oh,
Oh. Sorry.
Dean.
A lot happening. Quite out there.
Well, where'd Buck go?
Buck's going back down below and go meet up in the sea.
Oh, that's weird because we saw a bloody light down this way on the way out.
Where's Steve?
Where is Steve?
Oh, where's Steve?
There might be Steve down there.
Oh,
Yeah, there he is.
Steve, I'm moving back down with Buck. Down below. Thank you, support.
You're right. You're right. Obviously.
fine, go. Alright, we might head back down there again.
Yeah, right. I'd like to take you guys down the other spot to the creek and just sit in the middle of the creek and watch what happens. That's where you get the eye shine and shit on the cameras.
Have you been finding many symbols?
So,
Have you been finding many symbols?
Glenn has. I haven't been out as much lately, but Glenn and Caroline have been finding
They love triangles.
triangles.
Love triangles. And that's what they give me. Bits of grass tied up as a triangle all the time.
Finding speed in it, eh? Plenty of sticks jammed in the
Supply
ground
behind
at
you?
Mapleton.
Yeah.
But I sort of given up on photographing it.
You just leave that for stats. He'll do it for you.
There's another guy on now, Yowie Busters.
Yeah,
Stats.
Stats. Yeah, I had to educate him the other day.